everybody, this is Mystic, and welcome back to my library. This is episode 17 of Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And in our last episode, we finished up the investigation, and I don't know, everybody was like, oh, it's totally Hero because he's wearing the costume. I don't believe that for a second. Now, one thing I want to say before I walk through those doors is I was originally suspecting Celeste, but here's the thing, and I think we're going to have the same problem that we did last time. She's too obvious, because she was running us through, like, she was the one that was telling us to go up and down the floors, and she was running us through all that stuff. It kind of feels a little bit like what Byakuya did in the last episode, or the last chapter, rather. It seems like she was intentionally leading us on a wild goose chase, but not necessarily because she was the killer. I actually don't think she's the killer anymore. I was editing this the other day, or editing episode 16 the other day, and it occurred to me that the blackened for this chapter might actually be Hina. And the reason for that is because in that whole scene where she was crying and she was holding Hifumi's head, like, it just seemed odd to me. Like, why did she pick Hifumi? She doesn't like Hifumi. She never has. And all of a sudden she's crying over him. Like, something feels off about that. And it feels like she knew that Hifumi wasn't dead, and that, like, her crying on his face was the sign for him to wake up and pretend that it was Hero. Like, I feel like she's the one who's the blackened, and that Hifumi was, like, the accomplice, but then she killed him anyway because she knew that he wouldn't get anything out of it and would probably, you know, give her away at the end anyway. So I feel like it might be Hina, because, I don't know, just something feels odd about that whole interaction. And she was also the one that was really willing to put on the costume. That being said, I still am not sure about Celeste. It could be her as well, but my thought is it's one of those two. Anyway, let's start the trial. All right. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there... What the hell?
Appears!
Hello! Hello! He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because it's an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Whew. Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along. Along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hero. You're gonna pay for your sins. See, here's the thing. I don't remember Hina ever being this outspoken about somebody being a murderer before. It's striking me as odd. I actually think she's the blackened in this episode and not Celeste.
What the heck?
I told you already. I didn't do it. For serious. I mean, I know for a fact he didn't do it, but... That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then when it would seem we have our culprit, and she's doing the same thing, so I really don't know. I don't know. There's something inside me is telling me it's not Celeste, and that it's Hina.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. I really hope I remember how to do this. It's been a really long time since I've done a trial. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. And it's still driving me crazy that Makoto didn't think that all those blood packets were important, because I know that they were. That's how he looked. That's how Hifumi looked so bloody, because I am convinced he was not dead originally. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka, the one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... See, and this is the other thing. I think that Hifumi killed Taka, but Hina killed Hifumi. I just have a feeling. The killer is someone right here. I don't know if talking to them is going to do anything. I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. I feel like my voices for these people change all the time. Not you. I already talked to you. I'm trying to talk to Hina. There she is.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hiro pay for his... This is weird. In all of the other chapters, she wasn't like this. She was like always, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening again. I feel so bad. And now all of a sudden she's like throwing Hiro to the wolves. This is just not... Something is off. By the way, sorry if my throat's a little scratchy. I am getting over being sick along with the rest of my family, so just FYI. Were you listening? Wait till we get down to the courtroom to begin your arguing. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. The trial will be over in no time. Yeah, I wish. That's not going to be the case. The story begins when we get down there. It wasn't me. You got to believe me. I do. I do, man. Oh, God. She's Genocide Jill right now.
Yes, yes.
Come on, Big Mac. Let's do it. Big Mac. My God. Okay. Wait. I want to... Uh-oh. Okay. I want to save. I know, like, I just started, but I want to save. Okay. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Oh, here we go. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? Well, what? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and let's begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. Kind of, part of me makes me wonder if this is all like some crazy reality show. I don't know. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, that's right, the deadly everything. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Thanks, Makoto. Thanks. Oh, and I'm saving again. I forgot that that's always a thing, but it's okay. Okay. Oh, set skills. This is how I've been screwing up. Okay. So now I know. Now I know that. See, and look at the thing scrolling at the bottom. I don't know if I ever even noticed that. It's totally laid out like a show. Okay. Hold on. It's been a while. It's been a week since I've recorded this, so I want to just read stuff real quick. The tarp was found in the repository under Kiyotaka's lifeless body, apparently used to move Kiyotaka, but it was also used yeah, he was on this too, because there's no way they would have been able to move Hifumi on this. Dolly was found when it was rediscovered, blah blah, okay. When they first found, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood and then weren't. There was one hammer that was wet. Yeah, that's also interesting. Door connecting the art room was locked. According to Aoi, it was locked during the search for the missing body. And it was according to Aoi. Puddle of blood. The cloth found in the trash can in the nurse's office. It was branded with a popular cartoon character. One has to wonder if someone used it to wipe blood away off the glasses. Hifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Now here's the thing, and this is why I suspect Hina as well as Celeste. Not that I'm saying it's both of them. I'm saying it's one of them, because neither of them were there. And here's the thing. Celeste was not the one that decided to leave. It was Hina. Because Hina started, feeling sick, quote unquote. So Celeste was just like, okay, I'll come with you to the bathroom. But it was Hina's idea, you know, not... Was it her idea to leave? I think it was her idea to leave, or she was the one that was pretending to be sick. I feel like it's Hina. This is the note that Yasuhiro... Yeah, he has neat handwriting. And then we realize that the other handwriting is completely different. So clearly not Hiro's. No one but Yasuhiro could possibly fit into the costume. Also, the R and the J are written on with equally not neat handwriting. Would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist, which means they wouldn't be able to drag a body anywhere. Note reads, I found a hole. Yeah, at 1 a.m. And that's right. The other one said 6. And Taka was killed at 6, which means that anybody's alibi is no longer valid. Clutch of paper. Okay. Fumi had this note. Now this part is clearly the other part of the note that Taka was holding. So I'm not really sure how this works in, but yeah, it was 6 a.m. Okay. All right. I think that's everything for that. Let's set skills this time. So I have SP. Increases the influence gauge by 2, effective during the class trial. Cost 2 SP. I see how this works. Steadies your aim a little. Oh, hey. Yes, I want this. How do I do this? Okay, there we go. So I've got that one. Breathing technique. Focus gauge recovers more quickly. Effective during the non-stop debate, Hangman's Gambit, and the bullet time battle. Oh, this sounds also extremely helpful. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during bullet time battles. Increases bullet capacity. Effective during the bullet time battle. That one might be cool. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. Effective during bullet time battles. Okay, so... Actually, I might have enough for all of these. Okay. No, maybe not, because some of them are 4. No, wait, there's only... Oh, yeah, okay. I'm not going to be able to do all of them. Increases bullet capacity. Melodious voice increases damage. Okay, we'll take that. And then this is 4, so I think that should be okay. Reload 2 bullets at once. I think I'd rather have this. Okay. So if I leave this, are the skills going to still be set? Yes. Okay. All right. I think we're good. I can't believe I missed this the last 2 trials. What is wrong with me? But yeah, if you guys are watching for pro strats, you are in the wrong place. I don't know how to play games. I just do this for fun. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
Hopefully you guys didn't hear me drinking coffee and putting it down. My mic picks
then
up everything.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Yeah, she's pushing way too hard on this. I love Hina, but I think it's her.
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
But then again, she's pushing it too,
Don't
so
try and deny it.
I don't know.
You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Someone knocked him out. I wonder if that's where that other hammer comes into play.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Oh, you're one to talk.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer? Or, no, he's definitely not. Before anything else, we have to make that clear. Okay. Make your arguments. Yasuhiro's message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Ooh, it's not giving me a whole lot of options. There's only 2 choices here. If I remember right, Hero's handwriting is...
Everything we found in your room.
I don't think that's the part
The
to do it.
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you
Shoot,
are
I
the
should have...
culprit.
Okay, I should have gotten rid of the...
I don't know anything about that stuff.
I should have gotten rid of the
It's
pink
not
first.
true. It's a conspiracy.
Or purple, whatever the heck that is.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
I mean, I could slow it down, but I'm trying... I don't want to do that right away.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
There it is. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that
Yeah.
Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
Yeah, it's somebody's...
There's
that
no
handwriting
way
is much
you
messier.
could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
It's going a little far.
The differences are bigger than that, I think.
You can even tell, like, the pressure.
Come on.
How
I'm
much
not
pressure
smart
was
enough
used.
to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero's
Hey,
innocent as
my
well.
man Byakuya.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
Oh, see, oh, well, actually, that makes it clear that Celeste is the culprit then, because if she's the one that took the picture, I still think that Hero is the only one that was in the suit, but they framed him. So that means it is Celeste and not Hina.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course, he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice
It was
suit?
Hero. The suspicious individual in question. The one that must have been in the suit. It had the Illuminati. It was Hero.
Got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone
But that
else
doesn't
it
mean
could've
he
been.
did it.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
Byakuya, can you pick a side, please?
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit.
Oh, never mind. He's saying what
but
I'm
he's
saying.
not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What?
Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason.
I mean,
yes.
that's the thing, too. Celeste was the one that was making us think that the person in the Robo-Justice suit was the person that was the murderer, but it was never proven. Like, that, we were only going on her word. So, again, it really does point to Celeste more so than Hina. I don't know. Something about Hina's off this time. But maybe she's just sick of this? I don't know.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The things that were used to move Taka's body. They must have been the blue tarp.
I got it!
There's still one more thing. Yes, I'm aware. Thank you.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Yep. What's with that attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp. right?
See, I'm trying to remember who was in what place during all of this, and I feel like Celeste was the only one that was not where she was supposed to be. I can't remember where Hina was the entire time, though. But she was usually with Sakura. And I don't suspect Sakura at all. Unless I'm, like, completely off the mark here, but I can't imagine why it would be her.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
This is also an argument for it being somebody that's of smaller stature. Because somebody like Hiro or somebody like Sakura could probably move Taka with just the tarp and not need a dolly. I don't see why they would need it, because they would have the upper body strength to pull him. Like, Hina and Celeste might not, because he's presumably heavier than they are. So that's why the dolly, it makes sense to point to both of them.
But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
Yep.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
She's trying to guide us too far
The
away for
dolly
this.
was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How
Do we
you
have anything
respond?
to prove that?
There is no shame
Oh,
in
well, the
being
wheels.
wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand.
Oh, now I'm
what is
kind of
going
hoping
on
it's
around
you, because I kind of want to get you for that. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change her mind. If I could just explain to them why the dolly might have been moved, or must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository, a new element has been added. Would you like to hear more? Oh god. I can't even keep track of the elements we already have! Let's talk about reloading. Start with this next bullet time battle. Oh, so maybe I should have taken that reloading skill then. Well, you know what? Hang on. No! Okay. We're gonna add one more ingredient to this recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see the ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you're out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the RMB and LMB buttons. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. Okay. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well, I can't, because I went with kind. Well then, good luck and have fun. I'm kind of regretting that at this point, but it's okay. I got this.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
I gotta.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
God dang it.
I cannot agree.
Shut
You
up.
are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You miserable wretch.
Shut up! This is not going well.
You did it wrong.
All right.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
This happened early. Okay, God. I'm so bad at that.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There
Couldn't
was a
I have
pool
just
of blood
presented
in the
that?
equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Celeste really does hate me that much. See, I still feel like Celeste is too obvious.
Anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Thanks, Byakuya. I'm so glad I went through all of that.
The subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly
Yes, why
be
don't
the
you
killer.
do some work for once?
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately
Yeah,
obvious.
he would have to bend, and he cannot. If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Can I save now? Because, like, yes! I went through a lot of hearts on that stupid freaking... I am so bad at rhythm battles. How many hearts do I have left? Robo-Justice costume. Oh, God!
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yes.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Right.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Right.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend
Hello!
over.
No, that's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get
Yeah,
into a
Hina,
position
you
like that?
already proved that.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty... I'm like messing her voice up right now. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
I mean, unless you're gonna like kick it down the hallway, but I don't think that they were doing that.
Well, what's to stop you from simply
Oh.
pushing the dolly with your feet?
Thanks, Celeste.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Yeah, but that would have taken 8 million years. You can't take it off by yourself. Hero's not strong enough. Once it's on, you can't take it off by yourself. Yay, I got
don't
half a
think
heart
taking
back.
off the suit was an option. If you remember,
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something like that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing. There's a clasp on the back. See, yeah, somebody put it on him. I don't need to reread this. We already read it.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Yep.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Yeah, miss, I had nothing to do with this. Sure. Let's incriminate
You
yourself
all got
further.
a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
I'm trying to see if this picture gives anything away.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. Or that's I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Wait a minute. If Hifumi had just started calling the thing Robo Justice, how did the blueprints have that name on it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Ha-
gotta be right.
That's something I've been overlooking. Nobody else should have known what his... Okay, something else is up here.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, it'll give me a
maybe
chance
we'll
to
get
maybe get
find
more
out
hearts
where the
back.
heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself.
But nobody's alibi works
We
anymore.
waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up. So we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
How was she able to take this picture if she was hit?
As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect.
I don't
But
know.
not long after leaving the nurse's office,
Yeah. She is the one that's been leading us on a wild goose
When
chase,
Celeste
though.
told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor.
But what were
And I
you
yelled
doing
out
up there?
to everyone as soon as I did.
Is nobody gonna ask that question? I saw him, the strange costume man. Yeah, I don't know what you were doing.
and then,
That's when, yeah, 'cause she led us away.
at that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
And here's the other part. Monokuma only said the body had been discovered once at this point, so somebody was still alive.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead.
But he
And that's
wasn't.
when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
meanwhile, We had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room.
They discovered the bodies
We
at the
must have
exact
found
same
both
time.
bodies at almost exactly the same time.
Thank you, Sakura.
Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Then why did the second announcement not happen for so long afterwards?
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office.
This would all be so much easier if people took
But
pulses.
right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Fumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
I'm not going to keep rereading all of this stuff.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone
I mean,
missing.
you got to assume there wasn't a lot of time between this. The other thing I don't understand is if we're able to hear somebody scream from 2 floors away, how did we not hear somebody moving a dolly across a room?
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
And Celeste found the bodies. So something's up.
I think that about covers it.
I actually think Hifumi moved Taka's body. That's what makes the most sense. Because Celeste would have given Hifumi enough time to get out of the nurse's office and go and move Taka's body because she had been leading everybody else on a wild goose chase. So it gave him a chance to move the body. I don't know why, but that's what happened.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Okay,
Now
let's
then,
do that.
Let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Oh boy, here we go. Am I? Alright, Monokuma file 3.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Yeah.
Or perhaps it was after?
No, before.
We already know what order they were killed in.
No, we don't.
Taka came last.
Why?
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
I wonder if that's
while
where I need
Taka's
to
death
shoot.
came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I think that's where I need to shoot. Because we know that there was a hammer that was washed. Okay.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Got it. No?
Shoot!
I don't have a lot of hearts left.
So, regarding Taka's death,
I gotta be
I
careful.
wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of
Alright,
the
so we know
Justice
that it's not
Hammers.
that one.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice
Oops,
Hammer 4.
I hit the wrong button. I was supposed to
See?
hit control.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
Alright, so I think I have to do...
So,
Whoa!
regarding
Shoot!
Taka's death,
I hit the
I
wrong
wonder
button!
if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Wait,
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering
well
of
we
the
know
Justice...
there's
true
only
that
two
Hifumi
things I can
Taka's death.
choose. It's gotta be the order.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
All right.
So,
Stop doing that,
regarding
Mystic.
Taka's death, I wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in.
What the hell? What am I supposed to be pressing here? There are only 2 choices. I don't understand.
Shoot!
I have 1 heart left. Like, are you kidding me right now?
So, regarding Taka's death,
There is nothing else to
I
choose.
wonder if he died.
Okay, I am so frustrated at myself right now. I ended up failing, and now I'm back. Hey guys, just a little aside here. I'm actually recording this little section here after recording what I just finished. I know I said that I failed the thing and then restarted the game. What I actually didn't do, though, was let the whole failure scenario play out. I actually kind of got frustrated and just exited the game. What I didn't know is that if you fail the game, or if you fail any part of the trial, when you come back, you're actually at full hearts. My friend Brad actually just informed me of that because I was super frustrated as to why I wasn't doing well. And it turns out that I didn't need to save scum or exit the game. I'll mention save scumming again a little bit later in the episode because I'm constantly saving and like restarting because I'm afraid I'm gonna fail. What I didn't know is that failing actually is a good thing because it means that I get all of the hearts back. I'm not going for any crazy achievements, so losing all hearts is not really a big deal. I just didn't know that at the time. Which is why when I said that I failed, I don't actually have all of my hearts back because I didn't let the failure finish. I didn't like let the game restart on its own. I exited out and then went back to a previous save and just replayed it, which was dumb. So yeah, that's why I don't have my full hearts back, but now I know. So for the future and for like the rest of this trial, I do know that if I do fail, I just have to let it play out. But in case anybody is wondering why I didn't do that or why I don't have hearts, it's because I was being impatient and I didn't let it play out. So just FYI. All right, back to the game now. I completely forgot that I was supposed to be memorizing truth bullets. I had to look it up because I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing wrong. There were only 2 options. There is so much to this game. I literally cannot memorize all of it. Like, I do not have a good memory to begin with. And I completely forgot that memorizing truth bullets was a thing. So I had to look it up. But I think I know what I'm supposed to do now. So let's get back to the trial and try this again. I think I just saved, but I'm going to save again because I made the stupid mistake of not saving before. And I had to go through, like, almost the whole trial again. So that was fun. Let's try this again.
And from there, we can
Okay.
uncover...
Let's do this again. I know what I have to do now. I need to throw Hina's argument back at her. Hopefully I can figure out how to do this. Because it's a little unclear as to how you're supposed to
regarding
memorize
Taka's
stuff.
death, I wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in.
There it
Taka
is.
came last.
Okay.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
There we go. Please be right. Okay, we did it. Oh my god. That was awful. I am so
There's
bad.
no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
My memory is terrible, you guys. I'm so annoyed at myself. Okay. That the hammers were used in the same order.
If
Right.
anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order.
But you know what? I'm gonna save again because holy moly, I don't trust myself to be able to understand this entire game. So let's do that. Okay.
But in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves that Taka was killed. Well, his watch. There's something that relates to what time he must have died. Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I think it's gonna be watch. What? Wristwatch. Oh, I see. I need to wait for an S. Oh, got it. Okay. This is annoying. Come on, W. Come on. A. Can I actually move? I don't, yeah, I can't. Come on, A. C. Waiting for a C. As far as I can tell, there's no way to move this over. Did it. Okay.
Now I understand.
And I'm back down to 2 hearts, too. Oh, I'm so bad at this.
Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Yeah, he mentioned how we were late.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
Which means nobody has an alibi.
If that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
I hope there's no way to, like, increase my heart somehow. Like, if I'm forgetting to do something else, because I'm gonna be so annoyed at myself. I don't think... There's nothing I can look at right now. I don't know. Select confirm. I'm just making sure I'm not missing something. Because I thought I chose a skill that was going to allow me to get hearts back quicker. Didn't I do that? I don't know. Alright, then everyone's alibi for his murder. Everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window,
Because
right?
when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Are you, though?
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office. And that's
But
where
he
we
wasn't
found his
dead.
body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
I mean...
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
Nobody thinks that he's working with somebody,
And it does
huh?
not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared.
I'm gonna keep saving, because I have so few hearts left. I have a feeling this is not gonna go well for me. Alright. Because I still have to do that stupid comic strip, and I'm awful at those.
When his body vanished from the nurse's office,
And possibly another rhythm battle. Like, I have no idea how I'm gonna survive
Hina
this.
and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct?
I had so many hearts to
Then
start
there's
with.
the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words,
Yeah, I actually
it
really
is
don't suspect
impossible
her.
that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
That's true. What about Kyoko? I don't know that she's...
For
I
now,
kind of
we
forgot
can't
about
get
the fact that
fixated
she
on
was
who did it,
missing.
or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said...
We could have not been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move. Well, that's because Hifumi wasn't dead.
His body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body
Yep.
were to move itself.
He wasn't dead.
The dead body moved on its own?
No!
Oh, God.
Not another...
Oh, calm yourself,
I
hero.
don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Because nobody knows how to take a pulse.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? Oh boy. Make your argument. Broken wristwatch. Is that the only one I can choose? Because I don't trust you anymore, game.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
What does the
No.
broken wristwatch
It
have
is
to do with this,
impossible.
though?
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
I don't think
And
the
that
broken
is
wristwatch
why
is
the
what I'm supposed to be
announcement was
using
made.
here. How do I change
Are
this?
we really so sure about that?
This is so frustrating. Silencer, aim, fast forward, handbook, fire truth bullet, mouse wheel, select truth bullet.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone
can't-
else's discovery.
I can't change it. I don't think that broken wristwatch is
Are
right.
you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse,
All right,
there's
yeah,
a
I can't.
chance he was actually still alive?
I can't change
No.
this. I need
It
to
is
pay more
impossible.
attention to what I'm hearing. I think
Hifumi
I'm
was dead,
focusing on the wrong
without
thing.
a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
What if it's that? Because that's my thought. And I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to
Are
memorize
you saying
stuff.
that when we first found Hifumi in the
Someone
nurse's
else's
office,
discovery.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
But what do I shoot it
No.
with?
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the
Oh,
body
I bet you I
discovery
shoot it at the
announcement
dead body
along
announcement.
With the rest of us.
There doesn't.
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, that's wrong.
Yes. Okay.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended
Thank
for
you.
Hifumi?
I have been saying this all along.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere.
Yes, I need to save. I really don't know how I'm going to get through this with only 2 hearts. I really hope I can get more hearts at some point.
I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled
But
them
we
together
heard
into
2
one.
announcements, Celeste.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
But we heard it twice,
No,
people.
actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement
So
again.
why'd he make it later?
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. And then the second time was when, just after Hifumi came back to life. What? Okay, let's see. I had to restart because I keep getting this wrong. When both bodies were rediscovered when Toko was found unconscious.
I got it!
Thank you.
We heard it
I'm
the
really
second
bad at
time in
this.
the
I'm so
repository
frustrated at myself.
When we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Like, I have no idea how I'm supposed to survive this if I can't even get this part right. Like, I answered originally that it was because it was after Hifumi came back to life, but that's true, though. Like, it was just after he came back to life because then he died. I don't understand. Like, why am I so bad at this? All right, I'm gonna just... We already saw this part. There we go.
Didn't seem weird at the time. But it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
Yep.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it.
So yeah, I'm thinking because of how bad I am, I'm gonna have to save scum this a little bit. I'm really regretting not choosing gentle. Alright, I'm gonna just have to keep saving because there's a chance I'm gonna have to go back. So I apologize, guys. I'm sorry that I can't seem to figure this out.
There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
No, I don't think so. You just don't want it to continue. There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show everyone. All right, but I think this is where I'm gonna stop because I'm getting real frustrated at myself right now. Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. I know that I'm upfront at saying that I am bad at games, but like I feel like I should have gone gentle on this game because I am just so bad at it. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do some save scumming. It's gonna be fun editing this because I've had to do it a couple times already. But yeah, I mean, if you're watching me, you're not here for the pro strat, so hopefully you don't mind the fact that I am just terrible. But yeah, we're gonna stop here. I will continue this tomorrow. So if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, please be sure to leave me a like and subscribe if you have not. You can also click the bell to know when my videos go live. And as far as like this game, I am starting to think that I am okay with gameplay help. Which honestly, you guys have been pretty good about giving me hints and stuff without being too like obvious with the help. The only thing I really don't like is story spoilers, so please keep those, you know, as per usual. Don't tell me spoilers for the game as far as the story goes, but honestly, at this point, I think I could use all the help I can get from a gameplay perspective. So if you guys have any tips and how to survive these trials, I could use it because I'm just really bad. So yeah, if you guys have any help, I would really appreciate it because I'm terrible. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.